guys, it is Crafty Goals update time yet again. This is my recap for October. Starting off with stuff I used up, I am officially calling those two 12x12 Halloween paper pads done. There are a few sheets left in the Dead and Breakfast 12x12 pad that I was going to use to make gift bags. I'm going to just put those in with the few loose papers that I still have and hold on to them for next year, simply because I need to wrap up my Halloween stuff. I don't want to keep making Halloween projects and sharing them like into the Christmas season, so I'm gonna call those done. I did again use some washi as I worked on my October daily. I managed to use some more ribbon as I worked on finishing up those mini album brag books. I didn't get around to using any Inkster stamps this month. I'll probably end up stamping some stuff as I finish up my cards though, so that might get used at least at the beginning of November. Still haven't hit stencils or paint. Did a ton of decluttering and organizing as I was preparing to have my new bed brought in, both of crafting and other things. Didn't get around to using Evernote in October, but that should change in November for a couple of different reasons. I really am trying to focus this month on getting the Etsy store up and running, even though it's probably too late to take advantage of the Christmas season. That may mean I need to step away from YouTube for a little bit until I get sort of a routine happening, so we'll see what happens there. I don't want to get totally behind though, because I only got 4 videos up in October. I don't know if that's going to get better or worse in November. We'll have to see. I did one whole Instagram post. Like I said, I've kind of stepped away from worrying about social media, at least for the rest of this year. Still only in 2 collabs. I was going to request to join Bourbon Creek Crafts Christmas collab that just started this week, but when she said the first project had to be up at the beginning of November, I knew I wasn't going to be able to. Because I am not in Christmas mode yet. That's unfortunate. I would have liked to participate. If there are any Christmas collabs where you have to make projects to post in December, please let me know. Because I can do that, but getting something done this soon was not going to work. I'm not finished my Halloween stuff yet. So I technically got 2 Etsy related things done. I didn't stash anything yet, but because I had to move everything around, I had a bunch of cardboard boxes that all had different destash bits in them. They're now sort of kind of consolidated into one box. They need to be resorted and then priced and whatnot, but at least they're now together. If that makes any sense, as opposed to spread all over the place in multiple boxes. And then the one other thing I did, which is kind of related to the big one was the purchasing of the photo box. On Prime Day, I picked up a card reader for my DSLR, which is what I want to use to take photos with, because it has a CF card in it, and my old computer had a CF card reader in it, but CF cards, I guess, are not as common now, so I found a card reader that reads CF cards on Amazon. As far as other materials that I used up in October, I used up 40 sheets of cardstock. I'm just gonna ignore this section. This month was not typical as far as my YouTube presence and so on, but that's why the one pile a day I have a gazillion piles listed, because it was both crafting and non-crafting items that I had to rush through cleaning up before my bed got here. And then I got through 9 pieces of adhesive, like rolls or packages or whatever, and 3 blades. Stuff I made in October. I don't have a number yet because I've not finished the cards. I've been working on them a lot over October, but they're still not done, so that's why I put so many cards and they're still not done, and then how much time it took. My itemized list of stuff I used up got so large I had to move to another page. There's an ATG roll, and then a 1/4-inch roll of score tape, a roll of foam tape. I finished off a 300 pack of glue dots, another ATG roll, 2 Fiskars blades in a row, 2 more ATG rolls, a 1/2-inch roll of score tape, another ATG roll, another blade, 40 sheets of cardstock, and like I said, I am considering the Dead and Breakfast 12x12 paper pad to be complete. And now the Moonlit Manor 12x12 paper pad is also finally complete. And then my spending in October was at least a little lower than it's been the last few months. If you saw my October daily video for the first week, I went with some friends to Canadian Tire to get a bunch of stuff for free, and we happened to be literally across like the intersection from a store that sells the Forever in Time products. It's called Wow What a Deal. It's the same thing as your dollar store with more. And so I knew they had the premium craft glue. This is my old beat up, almost empty bottle. I bought that bottle actually at your dollar store with more. Normally you can get it at Dollar Tree, but I've mentioned before, because of the pandemic, I'm not going to Dollar Tree because it's an hour-long trip each way on the bus, and I'm not risking that. So I knew I wasn't going to get to your dollar store with more. Again, the closest one is in the mall that's across the street from my closest Dollar Tree, and I knew I wanted to get more of this glue because this premium craft glue is basically like glue gun glue in a bottle. So when we happened to be across the street from Wow What a Deal, I was like, since we're already here, can we please just run across? I promise I'm only going to pop in and grab this particular glue and pop out. And I grabbed 5 of these glues. Now they're $1.50 at this store. If you look up this same glue on Amazon, that same tiny little bottle is like $7. So I went in and spent $8.48 including taxes on 5 of them, so that if I don't get to go to Dollar Tree next year, at least I have some of these glues on hand for when I need wet glue that is going to be strong. I did do my Amazon subscribe and save this month. The only crafty thing I added was the 1/2-inch score tape, and I've now set it up. I'm going to get it sent to me every other month instead of every month. So my next one will be in December. So that was $51.68. My last Dollarama trip, I found the big wood veneers, and I also bought some wood planks. It was $11.30 altogether. And then on Amazon Prime Day, along with picking up that card reader, I also got the We Are Memory Keepers corner rounder, which is 3 different sizes. It seems to work well enough. It definitely works better than the Fiskars one. It was $21.28 after tax. And then on the 21st, I just ordered some more Fiskars blades, which worked at $21.96. So for the month of October, I spent $114.70, which is a bit higher than I would have liked, but it's lower than it has been like the last 2 to 3 months, so I'm okay with that. And that's it for this month's update. The word for the month was appreciation. And I just had to say that I appreciate those of you that have stuck with me while I am very not social, and this last month very off routine and not at all predictable, and the fact that I keep doing things like, I'm gonna open an Etsy store, I swear I'm going to, soon, it's gonna happen soon. I still haven't. If you've stuck with me through all that, I am very much appreciative of you. Once again, as always, everyone who is participating in the collab will be linked below. Please go check them out. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please give it a share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that little bell in the corner to be notified when I next upload a video, and I will see you guys in the next one.